Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Mother of 4-year-old fire victim also succumbs to burn injuries. 38-year-old Rose Beecher died Tuesday night in hospital from burns she received in a fire which also killed her daughter in Dean Penn Highgate, St. Mary. This was confirmed to reporters by Acting Commandant for the St. Mary Police, Deputy Superintendent of Police Kevin Francis. Beecher's daughter, 4-year-old Sahara Cowan, perished after their house was set ablaze as they slept about 4 a.m. Tuesday. One person has since been taken into custody in relation to the fire. 3 other people who received burn during the fire remained in hospital. Principal at Stearton Academy denies allegations that there was academic misconduct in this year's C6 sit-in. Principal of Stearton Academy in St. Anne, Omar Mongol, is denying allegations that there was academic misconduct in this year's sit-in of the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate examinations. This follows a newspaper report that claims some students and teachers had access to exam papers for selected subjects. The Education Ministry is reportedly investigating the matter. Speaking with reporters, Mr. Mongol, who noted that he was not at liberty to thoroughly discuss the issue, said there is no truth to the allegations.
What I'm able to say at this point in time is that there is no truth to the matter. There are other things on the hand, other things being done, things that I cannot speak about at this point in time, and the Board of Management will communicate shortly regarding the issue. I am not at liberty to share any other information regarding the matter. We are committed to continuing to do that which we do best, educating the nation's children. We are not going to be detracted by whatever is taking place on the sides. We are committed to excellence and committed to the task at hand. And so the institution is working hard in preparing our students for the various upcoming examinations and also in ensuring that we continue to provide quality education to all our constituents.
7 people shot, 1 fatally in Brownstown, St. Anne. 7 people were shot, 1 fatally in Orange Hill, Brownstown in St. Anne on Wednesday. The deceased has not yet been identified. It is reported that a group of people were shot by men shortly after 12 p.m. They were taken to hospital where 1 died and the others were admitted. The injured people are said to be in serious but stable condition. In the meantime, the police have reported that 1 man is in police custody, who they believe is linked to the shooting. He was picked up around 1:45 p.m. when the police intercepted a vehicle with 3 other men aboard. The other men escaped on foot, the police stated. Suspect held after mom shot dead, 9-year-old son injured in home invasion. The police have apprehended a suspect in connection with the shooting death of a woman and the injury of her 9-year-old son in Spanish Town. The deceased is identified as 24-year-old Alicia Alwood of Mansfield Avenue in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. It was reported that their home was invaded by gunmen last Friday. Following initial investigations into the incident, police quickly identified and detained a suspect the following day. The suspect was picked up in Spanish Town where he lives, the police stated. It was reported that about 7:45 p.m. Friday, residents heard explosions and summoned the police. On the arrival of the lawmen, Alwood was found in a pool of blood and her son was also found suffering from gunshot wounds. Alwood was pronounced dead at hospital while her son was admitted. Alwood, who was before the courts for breaches of the Firearms Act, was reportedly out on bail at the time of her death. St. Elizabeth Police named 2 persons of interest. The St. Elizabeth Police listed 2 individuals as persons of interest. They are Dwayne Morris, otherwise called Sharkey, Barbary Hall District, St. Elizabeth, and Seymour Mullins, otherwise called Max, of Jointwood District, Magate, also in St. Elizabeth. Detectives believe that these individuals are able to assist them with information about ongoing investigations in the division and are asking them to make contact with the Blackwell Police or any police station by 10 a.m. on Friday, October 21. Charged. A school principal has been arrested and charged with illegal sale of government lands in Clifton, near Bernard Lodge in St. Catherine, police confirmed Tuesday night. The accused, identified by police as Celine Ward Brown, principal of a corporate area school, is charged with breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act, Law Reform Fraudulent Transaction Special Provision Act, and the Common Law Conspiracy to Defraud Act. Police said the accused will be brought before the court at the earliest possible date. At the same time, police said at least 3 other individuals of interest are under investigation in connection with the illegal Clifton land sale, which caused a firestorm early in the month when 10 structures on the land owned by the Sugar Corporation of Jamaica, SCJ Holdings, were demolished. Several, including Member of Parliament for the opposition People's National Party, had accused Prime Minister Andrew Holness and his administration of being incentive to the plight of the poor, but Holness told Parliament last week that all the structures flattened, which had been illegally constructed on lands reserved for development, were all unfinished and that no one was living in any of them at the time of demolition. He pointed to one finished structure, which was left standing because the SCG wanted to ensure that no one has been living there. Holness, who had ordered a full investigation into the illegal land sale when he addressed Parliament last Tuesday, said criminals were involved in the capturing and sale of government-owned lands. In the case of Clifton, the notorious Klansman gang was fingered. It was alleged that top-ranking members of the Klansman gang was involved in transactions for the property with people desperate to own their own homes. Reports are that the sale of lands and construction went ahead despite notices posted on the property. The notices were served on March 12, and we all have pictures of the notices being posted. The people were warned that all permanent structure and only structures remaining on the property after the notice would be demolished. So it is unfair to say the government acted unfairly. Almost 7 months later, a government source told reporters last week. Holness told Parliament that the National Security Council, in reviewing the development plan, had observed an insidious and growing threat in the area where alleged gangsters were capturing lands in the area adjoining the Clifton community, creating their own informal subdivision and selling the lands under the false pretext of ownership or building on it themselves. He said the House that, had the situation been allowed to continue, he would have to lead a massive land grab in the area, displace farmers, and present a threat to the sovereignty of the state. I could never allow that, Holness declared. Look here, I've been Prime Minister 3 times already. I don't want to leave a legacy where this country descends into disorder and lawlessness, he stated, referring to the scrutiny about the demolition resulting in a possible political sacrifice on his part. The Prime Minister, however, indicated that SCJ Holding was willing to offer support to people who have been building on the reserve lands, but stressed that this would only be offered if these individuals approach the government with clean hands by providing information as to how they came into possession of the land and on which they were building. There is a process which will be applied to them. Firstly, they must come and identify themselves to us, come to the STG, come with clean hands. You have to tell us how this happened. In the process of regularizing this situation, if there is going to happen, we have to understand how it happened. Come to us and reason with us, and we will try and work out a solution. Bring your papers and come to us, Holness said, adding that he could not disclose the nature of support that would be offered. The PNP, in addition to trying in government for removal of the illegal structures from state-owned lands, promised to assist people who have built illegally on the Clifton lands with legal fees to take action against the government. According to the PNP, the action of the government represented a blatant disregard for the tenets of the United Nations Convention on Human Rights and supporting international conventions to which Jamaica is a party. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification